7, I was flying that. If you
Genuinely,
go on Volanta, anything you mouse over is
Atlanta,
737.
Simaware, Vatspy, they all track that
it
shit.
depends where you are. If you're in Europe, 9 out of 10 flights are going to be flown with an A320 or maybe a 330 if you're lucky. But anyway, any,
That spy stopped
no.
working, so now I'm using.
How
Is it?
dare
I'm
you
on.
say 330s are you?
Some people said with Windows 11, Vatspy's broken for Windows 11. I've heard people say.
Oh yeah, that's why it's not working. Like I tried to open, it's not.
You can use. I use
Yeah,
Windows
let's
11,
use
so no
Volanta
problem.
instead.
Volanta's weird because it tracks the planes on Vatsim, but it doesn't track the controllers. The controllers have to have Volanta open, so that's why I don't like using it for a controller map.
Really? I thought it just showed all of them though.
Yeah. When you compare to something like FlightAware compared to Volanta, there's a massive difference in the amount of stations on. Apparently, Kiev is online. That's intriguing.
FlightAware shows Vatsim stuff.
Yeah, not
Oh, I
FlightAware,
did not know
Simaware.
that.
It's called
Oh,
Simaware.
Simaware. Oh, I was so confused.
Yeah, so it's saying the most common aircraft right now is the 737-8. Number 2 is the A320.
Yeah,
Of
I
course.
use FlightAware for charts.
Wait, who's playing Vatsim currently? Who's trying to stream it?
I'm not playing Vatsim right now.
All right.
Yeah, his channel's in there though.
Here we go.
Video is private.
Yeah, it says video unavailable.
You might want to check that.
Affirmative.
Yeah.
Or
No,
just give it a minute.
What have we got going over the Atlantic at the moment? Nothing interesting.
Kind of dead right now.
I was literally getting on here to make a YouTube video for this.
To be fair, you can see quite a few aircraft starting to pick up, flying north towards Gander. So
And those people are some people that will understand that they're going to be landing without ATC services.
yeah. Ooh, Concorde's up. Why are you flying Concorde, an Air France Concorde from Heathrow to JFK? This site confuses me. And those 2 aircraft breaking off VSM, wonderful.
Yeah.
Probably. May as well have a look.
I see you.
Nice start, Vatsim. I was just really intimidated by it.
Why wouldn't you?
Do you know like basic ATC instructions and stuff?
Yeah.
Well, if you're
Yeah,
just
makes sense.
if you're fluent enough, then you'll probably be fine. A lot of people overthink it, and Vatsim's newer friendly, but certain areas are not as friendly as others.
Avoid VAT JP at all costs.
Oh yeah, I made that mistake.
NorCal's bad. I know that San Francisco and Los Angeles are both annoying sometimes.
Whenever I go to those places, I use the text chat. Just so I don't interrupt them usually.
I never. Are you talking about Salt Lake or Seattle?
Oh, well.
Ah,
I usually fly Chicago if one of the
yeah.
Midway O'Hare's open. They're usually
I
okay.
try to. That's probably an option what I'm gonna do. I either want to do Chicago's ARTZ or Atlanta's ARTC.
Yeah, I usually fly at Midway a lot, so that's
You do a little bit of this and a little bit of that, and then you start moving.
Everything professional. Dang. My friend's controlling Boston ground right now.
You missed the throttle.
Oh, wait, what plane are you flying?
I'm trying to work my way up from like smaller planes up to bigger ones. I'm on the caravan right now.
What you drinking?
The planes aren't that hard to fly, all of them.
Are you using the original one?
No, get the Salty Sims add-on for it.
You have the fly-by-wire A320? Yeah, it's so good. I have no
Fly by
idea how to
wires.
fly it though.
I can show you.
People keep saying the physics on it are horrific, but judging by actual, like, compared to a full movement sim, granted it's not going to be anywhere near it, but it's pretty good for MSFS.
And especially because it's freeware too.
Yeah, I'm not a real pilot, so.
You can't expect it to be brilliant.
Yeah, but we'll see with that A380 that they're making.
So many people have been shitting on that. It's just. Ugh.
Do you know if they have VATSIM on X-Plane 12 yet?
Yeah, I think they have been.
It's either it's being worked on and shortly coming online, or it's operational. Well, I would hope so, but
Because I know you don't use a V pilot, you use something else. Yeah, X pilot.
That's what.
And the guy just left.
Yeah, X-Pilot is now
No.
compatible with XP12.
He's gone.
Fly that A350.
Actually, kind of semi-ish important question for those of you that have fly VATSIM frequently. Never flown on VATSIM before. I'm confident phraseology-wise, especially in oceanic. Is it recommended to do an oceanic flight early, or
I don't know.
I would say not. I I've never done oceanic stuff, so I can help you with that.
boring?
A lot of people say it's not that hard, except I just like haven't looked at it. I don't fly planes that are even capable of crossing the ocean right now.
I think the best thing is most aircraft these days, even like on flight sim, are capable of operating selective calling anyway, so its position reports aren't necessarily required.
I can find that
What
annoying.
what I do is I just fly VFR, so that's just easier.
VFR is the most annoying thing ever for a controller,
Yeah, but it's easier for me.
especially in approach. The approach controller, I've talked to multiple and they hate VFR traffic.
Womp womp.
Understandably.
A lot of people, a lot of people don't know it fully. Don't know you have to like request clearance into the Bravo. You have to stay at a current altitude. You have to watch the altitude restraints. And some people who don't request flight following don't know when to contact certain frequencies.
Yeah, I know how airspace works and all that kind of stuff, so.
Okay. That was really embarrassing. I'm sorry. I don't know if you heard it, but the car alarm went off in the background.
You're fine.
But someone decided to key my fucking Tesla. What the fuck?
Well,
Same. I have keys, by the way.
Wait, what?
Oh, New York just got off. That's nice.
Guess what?
oh, wonderful! It's about to descend into chaos yet again. Well, anywhere in the New York area.
I've flown in the JFK once, and that's it.
What's wrong with that?
But I enjoy wanting to lose the will to live. Well, yeah, welcome to Ivo.
That's nice. That's nice.
I just realised
I
what.
have a question.
Go on.
Why does it say ATC 24 is full and there's 0 players in the game?
That's the
Roblox
way
is
the bot
down.
scripted. The second it detects that there's either nothing or everything available in the server, it kind of
Okay.
has a bit of a spaz because fucking letters, icon words, tree long coding. That's why.
Wow.
Short terms, Roblox is down.
No, it's
To be
actually-
fair, even when the server's empty in general, it goes down. Like the server's reporting as offline. So
Yeah, exactly.
at least APIs are functioning correctly now. Ish.
Badass. Badass 295, you close the go and get off the fucking runway.
Shit, I just broke my VAT spy.
If Tower calls me badass instead of badass, how would you guys feel?
Happy.
Squawk 75750 and just do whatever you want at that point.
What? Wait, what?
You don't squawk any of the 700s.
Someone let me know when the
T-
private servers are back on.
No, I don't think it's gonna be coming back on anytime soon.
Probably by tomorrow.
Yeah, I still haven't understand why there's simply like no Roblox hasn't even said anything on their status page.
That's
Yeah, because they
surprising.
don't care. It's Roblox. Like every week, there's a downtime. Anyways, it's kind of
No,
normal.
it says that they're having operational issues right now. Shit, no,
TLDF,
that's old. Never, that's
Roblox
old.
servers are garbage.
Sorry, that's an old report too. It's nice.
Wait, so if you're flying
it's better
Vatsim,
feedback.
can you just fly any plane off the get-go, or do you have to get training for it? You have to
You can
learn it.
fly any plane. And make sure that you are fluent, you know how to work that plane, you know how to use its FMS. You have to be fluent with the plane to fly.
Hmm. See, there's no restrictions. You could just pick what plane you want to fly.
Now, what plane are you talking about though?
No, like I'm wondering because I haven't even gotten to Vatsim yet. I'm thinking of it, but
I'm literally applying right now for VetSim.
That's not that.
Stall.
Next
here's the
up,
thing though. I don't know anything
come
about
controller with
Vatsim
me
yet,
and
so
come
that's why
work.
I'm asking.
Come be at Chicago.
So is there like guides from Vatsim on how to operate these aircrafts, or is it just a you thing? You have to figure that out
You
yourself,
know
or
how to. You have to know how to use the aircraft.
Well, what
You
Wow.
more
plane
just have
though?
to know what in your server how to control, like how to control the aircraft, like what depending on what you connect to that sim.
Again, I don't have a specific plan, but it's just like from a perspective of a person that is new to Vatsim, doesn't know anything yet. I'm just asking.
Yeah, for me, for when I first started, I didn't like know all the ATC stuff. Also, what I would do is I would connect, go into observer mode, and like you remember I went to an event in Boston and I just sat in observer mode and listened to the ATC comms the whole time, and that just helps a lot.
That's a good ass idea.
Wow, we got a smart person in the VC for once.
Different software program that runs.
Hmm. Why'd you block your camera? Sorry.
When did this all start?
What one?
When did like the Roblox outage start happening?
Uh, I don't know exactly, but about I'd say 3 hours ago, I couldn't join the servers.
Yeah, because remember I tried getting on, I tried to connect to the server and it just wouldn't let me.
Yeah, that was the thing. There are still people on the server, but I could join any public server, but not a private server.
That's nice.
Roblox
Yeah,
is.
Roblox shut down. It's like always when they want to get on too.
Any other Roblox game is fine. Just private servers not working.
That's the problem. That's the only
It's
problem.
kind of nice. I'd really wish to just see you make another game for 1824 specifically.
That'd be nice
I
if Orange did that, just made that specifically, and then
and then have the public as a separate thing.
also it would give make like the ATC towers have a lot more and make
Yeah.
everything else easier. like having an actual GPS in autopilot.
But I don't think their main focus is ATC 24. I mean, it makes sense. The majority of their audience is the
Younger.
actual game, anyways.
Yeah,
I
that's why
mean,
a lot of
people don't come. The majority of players don't come for ATC 24. Probably the most of them don't even know what ATC 24 is.
That is the most spot-on description I've ever heard of 24.
And BTFS is just made for kids because I could bet you I could go into a public server and ask people what an APU is, and I doubt half of them wouldn't know.
But I mean, it would be nice. I mean, I would imagine a future of ATC 24 where they would actually care about ATC 24. The developers, not just.
And also if they would never mind. Did you just take off? Are you on Valanta? Ah. Nvidia came out with a new driver, that's nice. On the
Why
console.
is it not working? Like, you're in the caravan, right?
See, do you have autopilot enabled? Let's say, what's your problem?
Someone got in. Someone got in.
Oh, I got in.
Oh.
Who?
I'm gonna finish
Yeah.
this fight and then I'll
Oh
hop
my
on in.
god!
Let's go.
I don't think it's gonna be alive in an.
Wait, are y'all even in the
ATC
ATC 24 server?
God.
No, server's down.
Shit, who
Well,
got in?
what?
Oh shit.
Who's the lucky kid who got in?
What
Never mind,
How'd
they
you
left.
get
Never mind,
in?
it's gone now.
server are you guys even in?
How do you get in? Is that
They're
even
gone
possible?
now.
I just joined it.
You were able to get in?
Yeah, it just let me in.
What?
You guys should actually try it. It's working now.
No, it's still not working.
Really?
Doubt
No,
anyone
that's
will
weird.
be joining
What
on
servers you in?
us.
I'm gonna get a VPN for this.
You left.
Join then left as a flex. Okay, who is having problems with the caravan? And what's the problem? Do you have waypoints in your FMS or your G3000, I think? It's been a while since I've flown a G1000. Let's see, direct the waypoint, probably. Try that, because sometimes when you take off, especially if you have a departure SID, it will purposely discontinue because it's asking for vectors off the departure. It depends on the one you choose.
I don't know why I played.
That's nice.
When you hand someone your logo sticker, you put your brand out into the world.
Backtrack enabled. Because certain planes have that, where you can backtrack and it'll fly you the opposite direction of where you want to go.
I'm gonna watch your live stream and see what's.
Man, that's so hard. Yeah, coming from people with experience, but
Here, press the flight plan mode button. The flight plan button.
It really isn't. It's just a lot of people are just really scared, and there's a few places where you don't want to fly because they are not the nicest of people who are new.
might want to mention that before I get into Vatsim. I don't want to be discriminated.
All right, here we go. I'm watching your stream now. Let's hit. Did you hit execute? No, wait. You're on a localizer heading right now. You're on your the wrong different type of nav setting. That's okay. That's why.
I'm gonna load into a caravan and
Can you
try to.
execute it? Execute. Okay.
Oh, I think it's because you missed the waypoint, so then it's trying to go back to the waypoint and then go to where you are. And still don't do it.
Zoom out on that map.
Maybe like delete the waypoint from like where the old waypoint.
Can you try to
Hover
zoom out
over
on
the
main
old
map?
waypoint and press clear.
Let me see, because your lock screen's not changing. It's sitting on localizer, so
What the hell is happening?
go over to your PFD, your primary flight display, and look down to the left. No, there's sometimes buttons where you can switch your nav setting. Oh yeah, change it. Yeah, hit that. Because you want to be purple. That's on localizer right now. You're good. Yeah, and I'm guessing
You also might
you
want to turn
put
off
probably
your landing lights.
the VFR course backwards, because if you put where you want to enter, it's the heading where you want to enter. So you have to put the heading that's the opposite of the where you're going. It's hard to explain, but yeah.
Wait, what are you trying to explain? Like you say, it's hard to explain, but what do you try to explain?
Yeah, it's a very simple mistake people do. Yeah, so I just know this because I fly the CRJ4 a lot, and so this is a big setting that's in there too. It comes with the default game. The Cessna Citation 4.
Oh, I thought you meant the CMJ.
Yeah, Cessna 25 Charlie if you want to know the actual code.
Okay.
Yeah, I fly the DA-40 sometimes as the
Dude, I'm
G1000.
do the real.
Do you know what the shorted frequency of it is? Is it in your flight plan? The San Marcos VOR? Alright, then you should just be fine. It should just turn you and follow it. Yeah. Yeah, so it automatically switches to the localizer frequency when you hit the approach mode because that's how the localizer works. Yeah, it's just the Garmin things. They're all very similar.
Garmin being Garmin.
It's just enough when you do. I hate putting in flight plans on the Garmin 1000 and 2000 because it just takes forever. I hate the little scroll wheel.
Why do you need the flight plan after all? Just fly VR to VR, and you don't even need to put anything into your Garmin. Garmin is garbage.
Yeah. Fly. Yeah, it's pretty easy. You just have to know how to intervene with it and do it because most of the time it does what it does, but sometimes it breaks. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Wait, so the A319 that you fly, does it have a custom cockpit, or does it just use the default A320? And which studio is it made by? Uh, the 737's a whole lot different than the A320. Everything's a lot more manual, I'd say, I guess. It's not just a simple like engine flip switch. You have to start it and then add the fuel and then do a bunch of other things.
It's not really something really much. If you do some of the flights and you try to speedrun starting up, you'll be fine by just, I don't know, by the third or fourth flight. Like, the procedures are not that hard, like, if we compare them to some piston aircraft or something really, really old. It's still quite modern, I would say.
I try not to fly the Boeing stuff.
Maybe you shouldn't, because as only Boeing 737 fly, that's the only airline I fly. Uh, it's a constant issue to find an airline that flies from certain airport to certain airport and which actually flies Boeing 737. It's popular in America, but it's not popular in Europe, and Airbus is more used in Europe. So if you stick with Europe, Airbus is your option. If you stick with America, Boeing is your option.
I fly an
But
American
but
Airlines,
that's
they
like
do flying a
that's
lot.
really self-explanatory since Airbus is produced in France and Boeing are produced in
Seattle.
USA. Yeah, it's
It's a cool place. Cool place. When you got to watch the 777X that flown into the actual bone graveyard, which was kind of funny. How long is the flight? Do you know? Mm. From where to where? Nice. Yeah, let's see, the last G1000 plane I flew was a 172. That was a while ago.
you really wish what?
Dude, Navigraph is so good. I wish I had it, to be honest. Especially when you're flying Vatsim, because it has the following charts, and then mhm. Yeah, and if you saw one of the progress updates, if you track the A380 that Flybar is making, is that they're actually partnering with Navigraph to make an inbuilt display in the navigation, so you can see which gate, you can see all the airport taxiways and everything. It's the Flyby A380.
Free, my beloved.
I love how you guys talk about Niagara charts, and I use just pirated stuff I find on the internet, and it's still quite useful.
I just use SkyVector. It's nice for everything.
Yes, Kavak is incredible, but it doesn't have a good VFR coverage in Europe. I know they have a
Yeah.
lot of great maps for USA because they are based in US, I believe. But I use a little nav map to look for the airspace, and it has the feature that is quite similar to the one in Navigraph charts when you have every star or every seed and you can display it. So you can plan your flight even without Navigraph and still fly in a good way.
Yeah. Yeah, and SkyVector is US based. Not that I know it's continuous, including Hawaii and Alaska. That's all it has. It's not in the Caribbean islands and not anywhere else.
I
And
think
yeah,
I have Düsseldorf Airport inside.
and I just use SimBrief to plan all flights.
SimBrief is literally the best thing since sliced bread. It's so
It
easy to
is.
use.
Especially if you have the updated air rack cycle, which I don't, but it makes especially the controllers on VATSIM, the delivery and ground that normally do all the IFR stuff, they love it because they don't have
Yep.
to give you a new clearance every time.
It's absolutely beautiful. Welcome to the poor person club of not having the up-to-date cycles.
I know.
Are the servers back up yet?
Nope.
Not that more of.
If they were, you wouldn't be hearing chitter chatter. And it disappears. It's been
Yeah.
2 hours with ADC
Guys,
without ADC
you're
my
like,
fingers are shaking.
do you? Yeah, go ahead.
No, I was just taking the mech gun.
Like I am really afraid you're always saying that, oh, I use Iraq or I use Navigraph. Guys, it's so available for free in the internet. Surely there are viruses and we have to avoid them, but it's still possible to like get navigational update without any issues, without any problems. Kinda neat.
You mean you like just forge access into like Navigraph and get their stuff?
Nah, no, I don't forage into Navigraph. I'm not pirating. I'm taking the verbal chats. First of all, you can always refer to AIP, Aeronautical Information Publishment, and well, I think in this one, Europe wins because Europe has quite neat aeronautical publications, unlike US, where you have to go to several websites. Europe has just one unique website per country with regulations, with specifics, and with all charts, with enroll charts, aerodrome charts. But you can also find JEPSAN charts on the internet taken from JEPU, and they might be actually up to date, and you might use them if they're up to date, and that's still quite neat.
Yeah,
And
I don't just Google charts for an airport and go on images on Google and take it because either they're out of date or the wrong thing. It's very hard to find a chart that's up to date that's on Google and not under a site.
You see, the trick is you can use a fly helper bot, which I don't know what country it comes from, but it's a neat thing that actually helps to find the charts.
And Chartfox is great.
Yeah, obviously.
I use SkyVector because I fly mainly in the United States, and then anytime that Navigraph's wrong, because the only times Navigraph will ever get anything, I mean not Navigraph, SimBrief when making the flight plan is the SIDS and stars. They'll get the wrong number or variation of it, so you just use SkyVector to fix it, and if not, you change the number on it, and that's it. It, the AirX cycles are is the updated stuff, so that's what everything runs off of. So that's why it's all like that. The like wrong like SID number. Well, what was it called? What was the SID it gave you called? Dang. I mean, because some SIDs aren't particularly wrong. I mean, some of them, if you're taking off that runway, some of them will make you do a full 180 to go back. They're not going to take you off the runway and then make you do it. Some just use the tower's vectors to put you going the other way. There's one in Los Angeles. If when I get the number, I'll say it.
To be fair, looking at all the different kinds of charts that are available, be it AIP or be it JEP or Jepson or anything like that, I think we can all say, there are definitely, you're not able to necessarily classify what the best are, but I think we can all say that Japanese AIP is just the worst. Their charts are horrific. I wish I could stream it because some of these are genuinely abysmal.
I've never flown in Japan, and thank you. No, I don't plan on doing it.
Avoid at all costs.
Bro, why do you discourage? Why do you discourage flying to your own country?
And then spend the rest of your summer trying to figure out how to do certain arrivals and taxiing.
And if I can quickly go and get airport aerodromes, let's go randomly with where's Sapra? That's Sapra. Charts with the aerodrome.
I mean, specifically speaking, the most useful charts are the airport layout charts because they're needed for taxiing, especially because if you don't have sceneries for airports, how misplaced and how bad the taxi signs are. Like one in JFK is on top of the Echo taxiway. In JFK, I'll tell you the actual taxi route.
Did you land or are you still in the air?
Yeah, so the the Charlie to Echo intersection, the Foxtrot Bravo taxi signs inside the taxiway Echo center line. MSFS is great at placing things.
Okay, I stand corrected.
Yeah,
Maybe Sapro wasn't the best example because it's actually pretty small compared to. Tokyo is probably the best because people here will kind of know it.
Let's check this chart. Fox even have charts for Japan?
I believe it does.
I've just realized I should prepare for Ravo Socia, guys.
Chart Fox login. CID access.
Okay, what's
RJ.
Tokyo's ICAO?
No. Doesn't have them. However, it provides a link to the Japanese AIP, but you've got to sign up for it,
That's
which
nice.
requires going through dodgy.gov.jp sign up procedure.
Yeah, it's saying that yeah, it has Tokyo's AIP coverage and not full coverage.
If I quickly just take a snip of this, I'll DM it to you.
I'm surprised Mexico doesn't have full coverage,
You'd think it would.
and especially China. I mean, it probably has like the big airports are like Class B, Class C.
Where's the 22 LDA chart?
Are you flying VFR or IFR? If you're flying IFR, you don't have to worry. You don't have to worry about the clouds then. You just not like how they look, or you're just scared of them. Literally nothing happens inside of them. Plane. I mean, I have full. No, sorry. I have full trust in the ILS because I don't remember the airport. There's an airport in the US that's missing a runway completely, and it's missing all the departures and SIDS for it. So I remember trying to fly to one, and I had to import all of the star waypoints for that runway, and the ILS was able to guide me in completely, and I just used a freeware mod that added the runway in. I think it's Baltimore International that has that. I can check real quick.
Probably. Because something about that rings a bell as well.
Because I remember it was an event, and I was looking on the event page, and it's telling you to please get that free add-on.
There we are. Patriots, in your DMs, you can see the wonders that are the world's worst constructed charts.
Oh,
You'd swear they were drawn in MS Paint.
I mean, they look professional, but how are you supposed to taxi with those?
Magic. To be fair, there are specific taxi lanes that are listed on separate chart. Like Tokyo has 9 ground charts.
I mean, the departure chart, it's okay. It's kind of readable if you can understand where the arrows are pointing, because there's arrows crossing over each other everywhere.
Yep. The worst, I can't make. It's one of the old departures. Yoko 3 X-ray and Delta, I think it was, because it was departures from 2-3 and the 1-6s, so similar to that Ninox departure. But the aircraft had to perform a loop as they came out of the north side to avoid arriving traffic as well as avoiding traffic for Narita, because it's kind of intruding into that flight path as well. So the aircraft fly out underneath the Narita traffic, do a circle, like spiral up, like 4,000, 5,000 feet further up, then above the Narita traffic, and then carry on for some god unknown reason. But
Oh,
thank Christ, that's gone now.
and this is not even just charts. This is all just real world stuff too.
Yep.
Damn, how? Let me see. What's Tokyo's ICAO?
RJTT. You won't find it on Chartfox though.
That's fine. I'm just looking up its layout real quick.
I think the worst thing is it's actually about to get considerably worse because allegedly Tokyo's, well, the company that run Haneda are looking to expand with a further 2 runways over the next kind of 10-15 years, which means there's now going to be 1-7 left and right.
Do they have 3 or 4 runways currently right now?
4.
Okay,
Two which are almost parallel, 2-2 and 2-3, and then 2 parallels, which are the 1-6s.
Okay. I see.
Like in game at the moment, the ones we've got are runway 3-4 right and 2.
I would not be surprised if inside the Microsoft Flight Sim, 04 and 16 right would be directly inside of each other, and you can't tell which goes which.
Do you want confirmation of that?
Why not?
I can in fact confirm.
Just knowing how Microsoft is, of course they're gonna mess that up.
You know, my first 15-20 flights, I flew on MFS. I flew out of Tokyo just to try and get myself used to the layout because I'm building a model of it on Roblox at the moment because boredom. The
Yes.
amount of times because I tried to start from the south side hangars, which are, if you see where HS1 and 3 are, they're the parking down beneath that. From there, taxi out, typically I end up with departures from 3-4 end. I think that's the far end, anyways. And so I keep on going to taxi up runway 2223, yeah, south side hangars, which are, if you see where HS1 see, the layout's got so confusing. Someone who flies out of it practically on the daily gets confused by it. Taxi out, typically I
Just
end
kind of looks
up
like O'Hare,
with,
kind of. Just the amount of taxiways.
Thing is, 99% of those taxiways don't get used at all. Like taxiways,
That's true.
Alpha Hotel Golf and Lima are probably the most used, as well as kind of Papa. But most of the taxiways are duplicated, so you can have left and right hand running, so aircraft passing each other at the same time.
Yeah, I'm looking at the aircraft diagram chart here on SkyVector, and it's literally just so much writing.
Yep.
It's readable if you're looking in the right spot, but a lot of shit's here.
I think the best thing to look at is the A380's permissible areas chart, because that is horrific, because the airport clearly wasn't designed for it, because there's like 6 taxiways it fits on.
Well, yeah, that's fun. I've never seen an A380 land at O'Hare. I know it's possible.
Oh god, no. Not willingly.
Sounds like average Russian controller. And what I found contradictory is that FA actually has a lot of there were a lot of incidents, including runway incursions or CTR problems like loss of separation and CTR in past months. Like really, I don't know what is happening with tower controllers in US because even when I flew on Vatsim, this was a little bit unpleasant experience because for some reason separation is not something they follow. For some unobvious reason, like it's completely fine to release the aircraft when the previous aircraft just rolled out like they I don't mean roll out, they took off, like they are now airborne, and that's the second when tower controller gives a takeoff clearance to the next aircraft. How come? But you see, assumptions are not a good way to deal with traffic. I perfectly understand what's. Yeah. Now I'm having 8 winds of crosswind on my arrival because the only NDB approach I can do at the moment it's for the runway, which doesn't align with the wind very well, and basically I have to do a lot of corrections for wind just to arrive normally. Sheesh. I'm planning explain.
Explain was the first one I ever did.
Same. I think that past 2024 is actually like I can admire 2020 because it's actually great, but 2024 is just useless.
2020 was advertised as the like one of the best VFR games, and a lot of people just don't do that.
That's actually quite weird.
I mean, I will say I have enjoyed learning how to fly a helicopter. I have enjoyed doing that. Very. And especially with 2024 coming out, they're gonna bring over another audience that was never in the 2020, which they're probably gonna add a career mode. And that was like the one thing they were like missing big time was no career mode. It was just all mess around. You can do challenges, you can stream. But for like just the average person. That like that all the helicopter ones, and then especially that one where you can plane spot tornadoes. Yes, I get the thing. Not a lot of people. You're gonna know about tornadoes for like the first month, and then nobody's gonna talk about them.
Yeah, that's true.
I think that would be cool, especially if they are live weather tornadoes. That would be nice.
Ooh, yeah. I don't even know what we're talking about.
LA traffic. 359 is crossing 24 left onto the gates.
And the live weather tornadoes would be so good, especially I would
See
hope
ya.
just everyone, especially if they're good things. Yeah. I'll be right back real quick. So, yeah. Let's see here. Shit, Atlanta's fully on right now.
Does anyone have the link?
It's down.
Alright, but like, does anyone have it?
It's the links. Yeah, if you want the link to it though, there's a channel called HC24 link, and it's there. It's just
It's
not
not.
working.
Yeah, exactly. But are you guys inside the server?
No.
Oh, okay, Alvia. Alright.
What? You can just mute them, you know. Mute their
No,
Discord.
that's good.
Oh, VPot, were they doing that? Oh, never mind then.
I wanna do a FAA
That
this
sucks.
on the server.
I would at that point I would just change frequencies because I don't do traffic calls unless I'm lining up for the runway, like say that you're lined
Yeah,
up.
everyone was talking about Vatsim. I might actually get on Vatsim.
I'm about to do the event here when it starts. The K-Lit event. It's right next to Memphis. I don't care. If Atlanta stays on the whole time, then I'm probably gonna take off from there because they have full coverage. And it's
Los Angeles traffic jet blue 2836,
that's why
gate
I'm going for
62,
the
can you pushing back on
GA
the Tri-Late
right now.
alleyway, LA traffic.
Looking at the ATIS. Let's see here.
Wait, so if you're on VATSIM, like, do Microsoft Flight Sim and X-Plane, do they like mix together, or is it just like,
Yeah.
does it depend? Oh, they mix. Okay.
It's Microsoft X-Plane, and then I don't even know. There's 2 others. P3D.
Yeah, the full was PT3. The fuck is a PT3?
Yeah, so there was an A380 that was flying. Obviously, that was probably an X-Plane because there's no good A380 that nobody uses on Microsoft Flight Sim.
Isn't like Fly-by-Wire doing something about that?
Yeah, it already looks really nice.
Didn't you work on it for like at least a couple of months now?
At least been a year. It's been over.
Yeah, exactly. Something like that.
My guess that is probably gonna come out at the end of this year, early next year. That's my guess. It's not confirmed though, so. Oh yeah, they did. What's your call sign again? PCM4D. There you are. I would still tune to his frequency because he's gonna have to message you anyway. Oh, it's Ben Alleno. I like that guy. He's not on yet though. He's he's observing right now. Yeah, when their frequency is 199.998, that means that they're not on. Looks like it. Oh, Denver just got on too. Denver just popped up, and LA is about to probably pop up here in a second.
Talking about that.
Why? It's not starting till here. Let's see. I'm figuring out the time it starts. It starts at 2300 Zulu. So in about 20-ish minutes. 20-ish. I'm waiting till at least Memphis pops on. Once Memphis get on. 7 o'clock Eastern. So wherever you are.
Wait, what's Eastern?
20 minutes.
20 minutes.
Okay.
All right. Oh, it's at 7. All right.
I'm not gonna join the second it goes because I'm waiting for Memphis to come on, and then Atlanta will probably get a few more controllers. So basically, it's gonna be a lot more ETC. I'm waiting for Memphis, and then everybody to come on.
Hey, how tough is VATSIM compared to here or something?
It's a lot more professional than here, I'll say.
Well, I mean, that's not saying a ton.
Like, are you fluent with, or at least you understand basic ATC instructions, like flying headings, taxi?
Yeah, I can follow stars and SIDS. Not well, but better than others.
Well, so keep in mind if you're flying on VATSIM, you have an actual GPS, so you'll be flying them perfectly.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, I never knew how to work those shits.
Only
But
if
like
I can
at least you
update
don't have to
my
like
computer.
blindly follow a chart.
That's true. This is why I don't fly. I've never flown, never touched a plane in ATC 24. I quit PTFS for a little bit and I came back and I haven't touched a plane since. I've just touched the tower.
Cause like IFR and PTFS is really just looking at everything and trying to figure out where you are.
Yeah, it's just different rules. If you just want to follow.
Yeah.
Well, you gotta load a 50 gigabyte update.
Los Angeles Center's on, by the way,
Oh god.
if you didn't know.
No, I
See if I
ain't
have a
going.
Vatsim account.
I like smaller like airports because like I actually get to go fast.
Well, it works with X-Plane 11 bet. I haven't installed it.
Yeah, you should need to get something called X Pilot, and you're able to connect.
I'm scared
Which
of
one?
doing Vatsim. I feel like I'm gonna flunk it.
Yeah, that's what I'm worried about.
I don't trust that. Have you heard about what happened with it recently?
Okay, so how do I join?
So basically there's some guy who like went to look through the files, and there's a way he found a way to access the other person's computer while using the shared cockpit.
No shot.
Oh my god.
I don't know how, but I've heard people say, and then I've talked to someone who's actually had their computer searched by someone they're doing shared cockpit with.
Or do I need to do one of this learning
Yeah,
center
I want to
thing?
do shared cockpit too. I
That
just
I don't
don't
know.
have any
It's
friends.
probably fixed by now though, because this was probably like 3 months ago.
Do you have to do any of the new member orientation stuff?
Yeah, you should have to do the there's one little quick test you have to do, and it's pretty easy.
Yeah, I did that, but like, it's still gonna flunk it.
JetBlue 2836.
Southwest 950, radar contact 35 miles north of, or southeast of the 29 Palms VOR. Descend Scooby 2 arrival, interior altimeter 29993.
Send me the Scooby 2, Southwest 950.
Los Angeles Center, good evening. Alaska 688 with you, descending via the cocktail 2.
Left.
Left 688, squawk 6665.
Okay, 6665, Alaska 688.
Okay, 4342, wind 180 at 7, gust 17. Runway 26 left, clear to land.
Runway 26 left, clear to land. Sky travel 4342.
Flight 480, I don't have any flight plan for you. Can you resend that, please?
Center, good evening, American 32 is push off of the gate, and we have Venus India ready for taxi.
American 32, 25 right, taxi via Charlie 10 Bravo.
25 right, Charlie 10 Bravo, American 32.
Center, Southwest 184, we're descending the Ziggy 7 arrival.
That's 688, radar contact, descend cocktail 2 arrival, 26 left transition, Las Vegas altimeter 2975.
2975 will continue descending via the cocktail 2 for runway 2.